Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I would like to present about topic 1, which is Introduction to Computer. Okay, for this topic, we discuss about information technology, the development of information technology, the application of information technology, the category and the type of a computer, and also the software and system software. Okay, first thing, before we proceed to the next detail about the topic, first you have to know what is the definition of information technology. Okay, the information technology we define as the use of the computer hardware and the software, which is to store, to retrieve, and to manipulate the information. Alright, so this is the definition of information technology. Okay, if you look at the what the ITAA said about the definition of the information technology, which is information technology is defined the study, design, development, implementation, support or management of computer-based information systems. So this is the definition by Information Technology Association of America. Okay, if you look at the development of information technology, which is the evolution, okay, evolution of technology from 1970s to now, okay, until now, right? So this is the development which is from standalone computer, okay, a mainframe computer, a client server network, distributed computing, and the trending one, which is the cloud computing. Okay, you can refer, you can search, okay, what is the cloud computing, okay, a cloud computing. All right, and then okay, then we discuss about the chapter 1, okay, which is the application of information technology. So I want to explain about the eight applications, which is manufacturing, education, travel, government, publishing, healthcare, science, and finance. Okay. So first thing, we have to make sure that we know, okay, that one of the most popular trend for information technology, which is used for education. Okay, nowadays we know that educators, okay, they use the technology to deliver their knowledge to the students. Okay, so how and what is the technology? Okay, all right. The application that we can use for education, we have two. One is the self-access learning, and another one is distance learning. Okay, self-access learning, which is we learn using the content from the internet. Okay, we can search the knowledge, the information from the internet. Okay, so it is a very important that one of the platform, okay, how we can get the knowledge, how we can search the knowledge, all right, which is via the internet, using the application of YouTube, okay, or you join the tuition class online, you join the YouTube channel, all right, and also the video tutorial online. Okay, and as a students, other than we join the class, okay, join face-to-face class like now, okay, for this week. So the other way is how you search the knowledge. Okay, at the same time you can search the additional knowledge from internet. All right, you search and you study. Okay, so because there are a lot of information and knowledge based from the topics that you search from internet. Okay, that is the additional knowledge. Okay, all right, and the second one is a distance learning. Okay, distance learning, what we know that how we deliver or we get the knowledge, how we join the class. Okay, for example, what we have done last semester, online class. okay, which is let's say I'm in Nilai and you in Kelantan, for example. So that is a distance. Even though we are far away, okay, different location, but still we can access, we can join the class. Okay, how we join the class? Okay, we use the platform. For example, like MS Teams, Zoom, okay, Google Meet. All right, so this is how we can uh, get, okay, the class, okay, join the class. All right, okay, so this is the example, okay, which is a different location of class, okay, location, so that how to join the class. You join the live streaming, for example. Okay, all right. Okay, the next one application, which is more to medical, which is healthcare. Okay, the medical staff around us will be using computers. Okay, computers, which is a technology for for a type of the variation of proposed. Okay, for example, telemedicine, medline, teaching physical education by using the software application. Okay, so as you know that medical and technology, they are together. Okay, they cannot separate, right? They have to contribute. They have to, contribute each others. Okay, so this is how the technology implement in medical sector. Okay, because they use the technology to for the patient. All right, either you can use the computer or the software in medical. Even though for the research also, most of the research, okay, if you do the master or the master or PhD level for research, you can join the technology with the medical. Okay, so that is the contribution for the patient, okay, for the sector. All right. Okay, one of the example is telemedicine. Okay, one of the example is telemedicine. They conduct different location by using the conference, live conference. For example, different location. Okay, from for example, like in hospital A and hospital B. Okay, so they can communicate. Okay, they can uh, join the live streaming. Okay, and medical online is actually more to up to date medical, fitness, nutrition, and also exercise information. Okay, next one is a finance. Okay, finance is more on to help manage their finance, of course, online. We have two example, two type, which is online banking and also the online investing. Okay, online investing. All right, this is more this is a very popular services that provide by the bank. Okay, they provide online banking so that the customer can or the user can pay bills online. They can check the balance online. Okay, so this is how the technology works for banking, for bank sector. Okay, and also for online investing, which is investors use online investing to buy and sell stock, okay, without using a broker. So this is one of the technology they use for finance sector. Okay, and one more thing, the other example or the type of application, which is for traveling. Okay, there are example, for example, using the GPS. Okay, and using the location of the which is GPS. Okay, one of the example is combine the technology of locating the mapping. Okay, they use the location, they use the application to find the location, for example, like Waze, Google Map. Okay, so and of course, okay, this type or this kind of the software help a lot, okay, benefit for the user to find the location. Okay, just install in your smartphone and then you can use it to find the location. the destination. All right. Okay. The next one, the example for travel, which is airport. Okay, airport, which is they use the computer to help monitor the air traffic. Okay. All right. Next one is one of the most popular technology application that benefit for the user is using the smart tab, okay, or using the touch and go. And latest one is a RFID, which is radio frequency identification. Okay, which is what is RFID is electronic payment system that use a radio frequency identification sticker to pass through toll. So you have to use the sticker, okay, then you can pass the toll. All right. Okay. Okay. Next one, a ticket reservation system, which is you can buy tickets online. For example, like flight ticket, bus ticket. Okay, just book online. Okay, it's very simple. You no need to queue up. You no need to sit in front of. You no need to take your time to go to the place, to the counter. Okay, just sit in front of your counter. In front of your computer, then you can choose the date, okay, and the time for the travel, okay, using the online booking system. For example, like Asia, I think most of the company they also provide the booking online system, okay, but at the same time, they also provide a manual booking system, which is you have to go to the counter and buy the ticket. Okay, so they have two methods. All right. Okay, next one is government. A government provide direction of by making and administering the policies. Okay, they provide the services to make sure that the citizen get the service from the government more efficient, more fast and efficient. Okay, for example, some of the I think most of the government sector they provide the website, so especially for the citizen, to, for example, like if you want to renew license, okay, driving license, you have to make appointment first by booking online, okay, before you go to the counter. Okay, uh, this is one of the way to prevent from the COVID disease, okay, because of the PKP and so on. So this kind of the services is very benefit, okay, for today. All right, you have to book online first. You have to make appointment online first. Then you go to the place, okay. For example, if you want to renew your passport, okay, then you have to book, okay, book the date, okay. All right, so these are the example of the application that provided by the government. Okay, manufacturing, in the factory, okay, they use the robot, okay, the machine, okay, all the technology they have to use in the manufacturing system, manufacturing factor, okay, sector. So this is how the technology works for all the sector. All right. Okay. So, and this one is one of the most, I think it is the effect, okay, the effect lah, they have the effect for the publishing, because we are more to paperless. So when we are more to paperless, we are more to digital. Everything is digital. Okay, so that, but the cost will be for the publisher. Okay, they have a problem. They have the issue of the books hard copy. Okay, so some of the company, okay, they have to close the operation of the company. For example, like Utusan, there are no more paper to read by hard copy. Just online. Okay, user can read news online. Everything is online. So that is the critical issue for the company that provide the magazine, books, newspaper. So we can see that there are less books or magazines, okay, published nowadays, because people like to read online. Okay, so that is advantage and disadvantage when we are focused more online. We are focused more on technology. Okay, all right. So these are the example. You can use your smartphone, your device to read the newspaper. Okay. All right. And then for science sector, we use technology to help, okay, the people that have apa, capability, or they have the deaf, okay, deaf person, for the deaf person to listen, for example, they have to use the this kind of the device to help them to do their activity. Okay, so science also is a sector that use the technology. Okay, all right. Okay, so next one is the type of the computer. We are focused more on what is the type of computer. For this topic, first thing you have to know what is a computer. A computer is actually a machine, electronic machine, which is to the functions. There are four major functions. First, gather the data. Okay, once they get the data, they have to process the data into information. Okay, and how they output the data. Okay, and then after process, they output the data through the monitor, through the printer, for example, and also the computer can store the data. So there are four major functions. We will focus about the computer, the process of computer in topic 2 later. Okay, which is topic 2 is a computer system. So you will learn detail about how the computer works, how the process of the computer. Okay, one of the example of the computer type is a mainframe. Okay, a mainframe is a very large machine, and also powerful. It's second powerful than a supercomputer. So this kind of the computer, they have uh, capability to process more than 1,000 of user in one time. Okay, which is multi-user. So this kind of the mainframe, first is a powerful, of course, which is they can process the data very fast, okay, very quickly. For example, like insurance company, finance, for example, like bank, okay, or the flight company, okay, for example, like Asia, because they have to process more than 1,000 of user. Okay, and the size of the computer is large because they have to store more than a lot of data and instruction with the information. Okay, and this kind of the machine or mainframe, they have to keep in a air conditioned place. Okay, because they always on, okay, operations. Okay, so they have to make sure they are in a cool room. Okay, so this is example of the features of the mainframe. And okay, mainframe also is a multi-user. They allow several user to use the computer at the same time. Okay, so that is the features for the mainframe. The example of mainframe that provide by the bank is ATM. Okay, so if you use the ATM machine or automated teller machine, which is to interact with your bank, use the mainframe. Okay, so this is example of ATM. Okay, we will learn about the topic of ATM in topic 2. Okay. All right. Then the next one, the example of the type of the computer is a client server. So a client and a server, there are different things. Okay, different definition. The client, a computer, which is we call as a workstation. They access the content from a server. Okay, the example of a client computer which is in the lab. Okay, you use the computer in the lab, so the computer is a client. Okay, a computer client. Okay, and a server is actually a computer server which is supply the content to the client. Okay, if anything happen with the server, so the client cannot access the data, the content from the server. Okay, so the server is actually they control access to the hardware, the software, and other resource on the network. Okay, which is provide a storage area for programs, data, and information. Okay, the server also can be a mainframe computer that used in a network environment. So these are the two. This is the difference between a clients or workstations and a server. Okay, server is a very special, which is provide service to the client. Okay, so meaning that a client, a server is supply machine, supply the content, and a client, okay, a client access the content from the server. Okay, so the service that provide by the server, they provide the central and which is common file for storage area. They share the hardware such as printers. Okay, so this is service by the server. They control who or who can or can't access the network. Okay, so meaning that only certain people can control the server. Okay, by using maybe the password. Okay, and a server also can share the internet connections. Okay, in this situation you can see that the computer also can be a server. Okay, so a computer can be a server. A network which one or more computer can act as a server, and the other computers, a client, request a service from the server. So this is a situation of client server network. Okay, and you can see that this is how it work. The picture. I mean the picture of client server. Okay, the picture of client server, which is you can see that a client machine and a server. Okay, so how the client machine and also server works together. The client send a request to the server, and the server will supply back to the content to the client. So the client actually can access the content from the server. Meaning that in the server they have the database. Which is requested by the server. So this is how it works. The architecture of the client server. Okay, so meaning that a client is the request machine. Okay, the conclusion. The conclusion. Okay, the concept is the client is a request machine, and the server supply the data, the content to the client. If anything happen with the server, the client can access the network, the data from the server. That's why sometimes when you go to the bank, okay, you can the bank will if the bank having a problem with the system because of the server, so the client or the customer can do any online transaction on with the system because of the server is down. Okay, so because of the server down, so the system can't access the data from the server. Okay, all right. So this is how it works for the web. Okay, web browser. Okay, the web browser, let's say goals. Okay, goals, we have website goal. So if the website goal can't access the server, you can't access the web, you can't access the goal because of the goal, because of the server is down, so that you can access the goal. Okay, all right. So these are the summarize of different computer categories. All right. What is a standalone computer, which is fits on a desk? A mainframe computer is quite large. Okay, a client computer also fit on a desk because of the client computer is also a computer. A server also a computer, and it's a small which is fit on the cabinet. Okay, so you can refer to the table here. Okay, next one, software. As you know, that is a software is also we call as a program or application, which is contain the graphic user interface. Is operating system. The short name for operating system is OS. Okay, we familiar with the name of OS. Okay, we heard OS. So OS is actually operating system, which is a main program that control your computer program. Okay, they control the printer, they control the other device hardware. Okay, so that is a operating system. The example of operating system is Linux, Windows 7, Mac OS, and also iOS, okay, iOS, which is in your iPhone, and Android, okay, all right. So next type of the system software other than operating system is utility program. We have a lot of example of utility program. So what is actually utility program? Okay, utility program is a type of a system software that allow a user to maintain the performance of the device, computer or your smartphone. Okay, you can use this kind of the utility program, and some of the programs is to make sure that your device more efficient, more faster. Okay, it's like you service your service for your laptop. Okay, you must always do the defrag, you must always do the antivirus, use the antivirus software. You must use the disk clean up to delete the unnecessary file, so your computer, your program's computer, your program computer will be more efficient, more faster than before. Okay, and for the YouTube program, there are two example of the program that you can use. Okay, which is one is a disk skin up. Okay, disk skin up. Another one is defragmenter. Okay, all right. Application software consists of a program designed more than productive and more to for productive and also to help the user more efficient, okay, and do their tasks. Okay, so this is the second type of the software. The first type is a system software. We have done explain about the system software, and the second type is application software. Okay, the application software which is more on productive and to help the user to do their tasks. Okay, so I divide into several or category of the application software, which is under productivity, media, home, business, and web based. Okay, for ICT skill, we focus on productivity software and also media software because of you learn about the multimedia, fundamental of multimedia. Okay, you have to create a video, you have to do create to do the uh, assignment in using Microsoft Office software. Okay, first thing under productivity, we have some of the we have category under productivity, which is word processing, spreadsheet, presentation, and database. Okay, basic application is more on general. It's more on general and used by most of the people. Okay, it is a productivity application. So what is a productivity application? Which is word processing, spreadsheet, presentation, and database. Okay, all right. So what is a word processing? Word processing, which is you can create a poster, you can do for assignments, you can do for report. Okay, so we have one assignment which is using the word processing. One of the example of the application that we use is Microsoft Word. The second thing is a spreadsheet software. Okay, spreadsheet software which is enable you to do the calculations, a numerical analysis easily. Okay, which is you can create a charts, you can do for formula and functions in Excel. You can see the result, the statistic by insert data in Excel. Okay, Excel is one of the application which is for spreadsheet. Next is database. A database is actually to store a group of data in one database, for example. Okay, for example, like database students time PD. So all the data will be recorded and will be kept in one database. For example, the name of the students, address, IC number, phone number. So it will keep in one database. Okay, so we use the example of the database application is Microsoft Access. Okay, and also one of the question will be asked for your lab test. Okay, and last one is presentation. Okay, presentation, which is you present using the visual aids, okay, to the audience. One of the example is Microsoft PowerPoint, which is also one of the part, okay, one of the project application you use for the comic strip, okay, to create a video, to create animation, okay, all the sound effect will be use the PowerPoint, okay. Alright, so that's all for now. Thank you so much. Okay, I hope that you understand about the topic 1. Anything you can PM me and see you next week. Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum. Okay, so application software is consists of the programs. Okay, we have divided into two type of software, which is system software and application software. So under system software, we have two types. One is operating system and another one is utility programs. Okay, first thing you must know